What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. So this is going to be the first out of the theater movie review of the year, and me and Josh just got out of seeing Mercy starring Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. Josh, you want to go first?
Sure. So my thoughts on Mercy are the following. This is Chris Pratt's first movie that I can remember him being in a long time. Isn't it? Like, am I tripping on that? I haven't seen him in many films.
I mean, he's probably been in some stuff, but well, actually, he was in the Jurassic Park movie before the new one.
That's what I'm saying. He
Right.
hasn't been in a whole lot.
And then
of films.
the last thing I remember him in was Guardians Volume 3, which was fantastic.
Yeah, but nothing in the last year, basically.
I mean, he probably was, but it's probably something not very mainstream. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Like,
know.
he hasn't been in the spotlight in a long time. So this is like Chris Pratt's return to the spotlight with this new take on AI. This AI concept has been done many times before with movies like iRobot and plenty of other iterations of it. But this is bringing a spin on it where the judge is the AI and the judge acts as judge, jury, executioner. It's trying to judge, did Chris Pratt murder his wife? And then it collects a bunch of evidence and it tries to come to a conclusion. And Chris Pratt bears the burden of responsibility to figure this whole thing out.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just give my score from the outset and then I'll explain why.
Gotcha.
So I'm giving this film a 5 out of 10. I think this film starts out very slow. It gets immediately into the plot that I mentioned by showing you of him in the courthouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this like first half of the film, I don't know. It feels like overacting, if not the acting's just not that great from Chris Pratt. But there's not much he can do. He's just sitting in a chair, just making facial reactions for the first 30 minutes of the film, and it's just not that great if you ask me. So it takes a while for us to get into like, okay, let's see how he's gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a while to get into it, but once the film gets into it and you get into the middle of this film, that's when the film really starts getting good. It starts getting me interested. Like whenever those pieces of the puzzle start coming together, it becomes almost like a whodunit, and it becomes very enjoyable to watch. Like I said, I become invested in the plot of the film now, and I'm interested to see what is going to happen. So the middle is really good with this film, and honestly, I'd probably give the middle itself like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's not that bad. And then the ending for me is also really bad. So like the beginning of the film is really bad. It's like a crap sandwich. Like you have some goodness in the middle, and then you have two pieces of crap that are right on the top and on the bottom. And the end is just bad because the acting is really bad at the end. This one girl actor who's is just insufferable. This one child actor is I don't think she's a child actor. I actually think she's probably an adult in real life. But she plays this child. She's insufferable.
She's probably like 18 to 20.
Yeah, she isn't that good. Chris Pratt doesn't do that much better of a job. I'll spoil this. Okay, so like the person who we figure out who actually did it, he doesn't do the greatest job. He doesn't do a bad job, but he doesn't do the greatest job. And then really just like the whole thing that happens there, it's like it just doesn't make sense. Like what? So here's something that happens. They figure out who the killer is. This guy killed his wife for a fact, killed his wife.
Killed Chris Pratt's wife.
Killed Chris Pratt's wife. And he for sure was going to kill thousands of people by detonating a bomb.
Yes.
At the Mercy building. And he for sure kidnapped his daughter. And then the daughter at the very end is like, no, don't kill him. Like, what, Chief? Chief, no, put this man down, please. He is guilty as crap. Obviously, there's a connection between the very first case of the Mercy program and this guy because his brother was the one who
was the first victim. Mercy
but
program.
you don't know that until the end of the film that he was a brother of this guy, and that's kind of like the whole plot twist, right? The whole reveal. But this just was so absurd that like, and so it's like, yeah, there was injustice that happened in the first case because actually in the first case, if that guy had access to the evidence and everything, or had access to his brother for that piece of evidence, there was a key piece of evidence related to the phone that one of the cops purposely corrupted, like by dropping the phone in a certain location to make him look even guilty because she thought the program needed to succeed because the cops were getting beat, right? Or were getting, like, crime was on the up, so they needed to find a way to curb the crime, or at least she thought so. And then this leads into, obviously, he gets killed. But even with that injustice to the side, I don't sympathize with this character at all.
No.
At all. Because here's the thing. Yes, the injustice happened, no doubt about it. You can understand why he did it, right? You can understand why he did it, but it's still insane. Even if I understood why he did it, you know what my first line of thinking is, if understanding, it's not to try and kill thousands of people who are unrelated to the incident. It's not thinking, oh, let's kill Chris Pratt's wife, who has nothing to do with this incident. It's not thinking, oh, let me kidnap Chris Pratt's daughter, who's related to this. That's just absolute psychopathic behavior. And he murdered these SWAT agents, by the way, because he planted a bomb in the garage that they went to go find. So he actually murdered more people that were not related to this. Absolutely insane. I mean, this dude is unhinged, and they try to make you feel sympathetic for him at the end, and I'm sorry, I feel zero sympathy for this guy.
No.
This guy deserved to get the bullet in the back of the head by Chris Pratt at the end of that film. And they just are like, you know what? Humans and computers are flawed. Like, what the crap? That's the moral takeaway of this film, is humans and computers are flawed. I guess, yeah, right? But at the same time, I'm also like, no, this guy's insane. Stop. That's it. And don't get me wrong, Chris Pratt's character is not the greatest guy on earth, but I think he realizes like what his mistake is and how imperfect he is. And that's something he also comes to, and something his daughter recognizes. So there's like almost a desire for him to be better at the end of the film, become not an alcoholic, try to go back to AA or something. So I don't know. This is just like, the middle is pretty dang good, got me very invested. The ending payoff does not pay off, and the beginning is just like, oh gosh, the beginning is so bad. But yeah, that's my take. And like I said, the acting in general throughout was not the greatest, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's all I got.
So,
All right.
Brian, what'd you think about that film?
So going into the film, from the trailers and everything, it interested me because I was like, oh, it's two actors that I like, Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. From the trailers, like Josh saying, it seemed like kind of a whodunit type story. I'm a big fan of whodunits. If you've been following my channel for a little while, you probably know that. It just seemed like an interesting setup. Takes place mostly in one room. Chris Pratt's in a chair. He has to defend himself to this AI, go through all the evidence to show that and find out who really killed his wife and to prove his innocence and all of that. And I would say that, like Josh said, for the most part, like the middle of the film, it does a really good job of getting you invested and interested. I was really intrigued. It was fun to see him go through all the evidence, find out what really happened and all that. There are some twists and turns in the film that I did not see coming. I thought they weren't amazing, but I thought they were decently well handled. I enjoyed Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson, both of them. I think Rebecca Ferguson did a good job as this AI. Chris Pratt, like the emotion on his face and everything, just being strapped in that chair, I thought he did a pretty good performance. I disagree with you, Josh. I think I partially disagree with you in the beginning. Like, it kind of jumps right into the story. Like, opening shot is like Chris Pratt in the chair, the AI explaining to him why he's here and all that, him processing that his wife is dead, they think he did it. The beginning was a bit interesting, but it did take a while to get into it. But once it started getting into the investigation and all that, it was really, I had a decent amount of enjoyment, time with this film.
Yeah.
And the ending, after thinking about it and conversating with Josh before doing this review, spoiler alert, who we find out really killed his wife. Yeah, he should have probably shot him in the back of the head. Because, like, you brought this up, Josh. I didn't catch this. The AI is there and goes through all the evidence. And, like, through Chris Pratt's trial, it's shown that she goes through all the evidence, finding out that this other guy is guilty. So that's one thing at the end. I was like, wait, shouldn't the guy get a trial before being killed? Versus, like, no. The AI went through all the evidence. Clearly the guy's guilty, so he should have been killed anyway. So that was a good point you brought up, Josh, that I just didn't think about. So I think that makes the ending a bit not that great. I don't know what else much more to say about this film. Like, it's just overall just a fine movie. I enjoyed it, but I think overall it's just like a fun one-time watch. I don't know if I'd watch this film again on my own. If like a group of friends wanted to watch the film, like, I'd be fine with it. But it's not a film that I'd really watch again on my own, I don't think. I think I'd give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. Nothing that was amazing, that I really desired to go back and rewatch time and time again. No desire to buy this when it comes out on physical media and put it in my collection. Just a fine film. You have anything else to say, Josh?
Yeah, I actually do want to say one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the other part, that, like, going to Ryan's point about, like, why was this so egregious, the ending part? It's not like the Mercy program stopped happening. The Mercy program still exists. The Mercy program would still go on to do its thing, right?
But I think
So-
one thing is it does expose some flaws with the Mercy program, because the Mercy program wasn't able to find that the police officer
The
did the thing with
evidence-
the phone, right?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, true.
So there are some things that the Mercy program can't detect.
But I'm saying,
so it is flawed in a
but
bit.
I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying, Ryan. The Mercy program still exists, right?
Yes.
Like, you would still get executed if you're guilty above the 2% threshold.
Yes.
Like, that doesn't go away. Why is this guy not being put in the Mercy chair? Why is he being detained first? Because they talk about the speed at which somebody gets to the chair, like, after a crime is committed, right? That's like
that's true. Yeah.
So wouldn't he immediately just go to the chair and get executed because he's 100% guilty and just wait 90 minutes, I guess, and just get killed? I don't know. That's just some plot hole convenience. That's just like not it, bruh. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to say. Like, he should have been executed immediately. No questions asked.
Yeah. I think this film, they didn't really hit on it, like hammer it home, but I think this film does expose some flaws with AI, like I was saying. Like, AI is not perfect, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, I could have told you AI wasn't perfect. Just just ask a Google answer in a chat into Google and see if it gives you the AI prompt correctly. I bet you it'll get a lot of facts incorrect.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the stuff we know. And that's why AI is a bubble right now. It's seen as a bubble because it is. It's a bubble that will eventually pop. Like, there's whole AI companies right now that are losing $80 billion a year. Actually, facts, by the way. Go check that out. Yeah, there's no way this crap's going to maintain. But, like, besides this film takes place in 2029. So, it's like just 5 years or 3 years past our timeline. But, you know, I don't know, bro. That's all I guess. I don't want to talk about
I hope we're not there in 5 years. We better not be.
I hope so, bro. I want to talk to Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh my gosh. No. Me personally, like, I try to, like, avoid anything involving AI.
He's a gracist. I can't believe it. He's a pacist. He's a
Against
sasist.
robots,
He's
against
a
AI.
sasist against robots.
Yes,
Crazy.
AI scares the heck out of me. I don't like it. I think it's too far.
Okay,
But that's just me personally.
Ryan, let's close them out.
All right, sounds good. So thank you all so much for watching this review. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, guys. Let us know down below what you think of Mercy if you have seen it, whether you loved it, whether you hated it. We would love to talk with y'all in the comments about this movie. Click right here to subscribe if you enjoy our content. Click right here to watch... What video should I recommend, Josh? I'll put any video you want there.
Any
I'll leave
video
it
I
up,
want.
I'll leave it up to you this time.
Go and watch the Lilo and Stitch review.
Okay, I'll put that Lilo and Stitch review right there if you want to check that out. Click right here. This is a playlist of all the movies we reviewed last year. If you want to check out some of our other movie reviews, I think I can speak with that. We hope you all have a blessed one, guys. We'll see y'all next time.